Good morning, everyone. I'm here at ACC 2016 in Chicago. I'm joined by Dr. Valentine, who's VP-elect for the ACC. How are you doing today? Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks. We're doing great. We have been busy every day, and every 15 minutes there's a change, so it's been very active.
So tell me, Dr. Valentine, what has been your journey to this point? What steps do you think you've taken to get to where you are today as VP-elect of the ACC?
Yeah, that's a great question for all FITs, and I think where I became active with the college, where I would advise most people to do, was in my second year of practice. And I obviously joined the Virginia chapter, and my first year of practice became a member of the Virginia chapter, and I became active in the chapter leadership, I think my second and third year in practice, and eventually they put me on the council of the Virginia chapter. So I came up through the chapter council and through the BOG.
And what has been the most rewarding part of the steps you've taken in the college, and what contributions do you think you're looking forward to most over the next year?
Well, I think that the opportunity that I had in working with the BOG and working through the chapters was working with all levels of membership, early career, FIT. We brought FITs to the council in Virginia very early, through our leadership with John Brush and others. And I think having that early representation was very rewarding for us to see that if we didn't involve our young people in the governance of our chapter in the college, then we were losing our future. So that was very rewarding. I've had many different roles in the college. I was fortunate enough to serve as chair of the Board of Governors, which was fascinating to work with all the chapters from all over the country. And then I was also able to serve as treasurer of the college, which brought a whole new level of finance and everything. I think the other thing that has been really encouraging and fun for me is helping to develop non-clinical competencies for our trainees in our early careers. Things like leadership, quality, understanding quality and data-driven systems, understanding systems of care, and service line management. These are things that our fellows don't get in training, and we are trying to develop those competencies now. And so it's a fascinating time for young people to try to learn those things which we've never really taught before.
What are some things that fellows in training can do to try and buff up their skills in those competencies?
The college is developing right now as a part of COCATS. We're developing the non-clinical competencies, which are, all about leadership training, quality development, systems management, understanding payment reform, macro, all these things. The college is building those non-clinical competencies, and we're going to be bringing the training to you. We started a meeting several years ago called the Cardiovascular Summit, which we're giving fellowship travel awards to now, and I think the FITs that come to the summit learn all of those skills, and they're fascinated that there's this whole new world that they're not being taught in training and in coronary disease and valvular heart disease and heart failure. They're not learning those skills, and so being able to teach those skills in outside meetings and through that is really a rewarding time for all of us.
If you were a fellow again now, what are you most excited for in the years to come for what the college promises?
Well, I think a career in cardiovascular medicine right now is just as limitless as it was when I started. When I was training at Emory, we gave the first thrombolytic therapy at Grady Hospital, my second year as a fellow. So to imagine how exciting it was for us to give clot busters for heart attack, and you look at where we've gone in the 28 years since then, it's really fascinating. I think that the technology, the understanding, the breadth of knowledge that you have to know now, including all those non-clinical competencies, which we didn't even know existed, or we didn't even talk about them when I was a fellow. So I think the world is so big now, there's so much to learn, you can't know it all. So I think fellows are going to have to concentrate in certain areas and try to figure out, what do I have to know, what is an additional knowledge, and then what can I learn through technology.
Any words of wisdom for FITs interested in leadership positions?
Get involved in your chapter. Your chapter is where you start. Get involved in your institution. Speak to your attendings. Speak to your other fellows, and say, "I want to help lead. I want to be a part of the transformation of care. I want to be a part of this." And I think that the opportunities are limitless. If you ask your FIT leaders that are here, when they said, "Can we be involved?" the answer was not no. It was, "When would you like to start?" And I think that's still true for all of you.
Well, that's some really great advice. Thank you so much for joining us today on our blog. For more videos like this, please go to www.youtube.com/fitsonthego. Thank you.